I just checked into my Glasgow hotel, the one that I'm going to be staying at for the majority of the time in Glasgow. And yeah, talk about an upgrade. They upgraded me to the top floor and king size bed, nice full length mirror. This is the Motel one in Glasgow, and even have a sofa. Like, this is like the largest hotel room I think I'll get by far. Yeah, so nice little desk with a chair, so if you have to work, you can do so in front of the huge TV. Beautiful. Is that a hairdryer? That looks like a hairdryer to me. Yep, so they do have a hairdryer included. Nice little space over here. Safe down there too by your bed. Let's check out the bathroom. I haven't looked at it yet, so this would be good to see. Ooh, nice and large. Looks like this is like a mobility room here, so that might be why it's available. But anyways, I have a bench in there, and it means probably that you have a little more space, so because it's accessible room. But yeah, very cool. Lots of space. Looks like it's gonna be a nice little area to be for 3 days. Oh, and instead of a curtain, it does still have a like glass divider for the shower, so that's interesting, because usually accessible rooms have like a curtain, but this one still has like a glass one that just kind of folds out, so that's cool. All right, nice. I'm excited to stay here. Woo. Very lazy day today because I woke up around like 10, but I was like so exhausted still from like the whirlwind of the tour that was the tour up to Skye. So it was a great tour, but like it does take like a lot out of you because it's so fast paced. I mean, it has to be because it's like 3 days through the Highlands to Skye to back down. So yeah, it's just a lot. So I'm taking it easy. I did walk down over to Taco Bell because I was craving a little bit of home, and I wanted to like taste the difference because I heard there is some difference, and I agree there is. I wouldn't say it's like worse than the US Taco Bell, but it is different. So yeah, and I love Taco Bell at home, so I wanted to try it out here. Actually, I almost did a study abroad to London back, I don't know when that was, 2012, 2011, something like that. And I was so like addicted to Taco Bell back then that I like looked up if there was any in the UK, and there wasn't at that time. So the fact that it's like out here and like in now Glasgow, not just London, it's nice because you get a little taste at home and a little more flavor, spice and stuff. So like I had a chicken quesadilla, and the sauce in it, like the chipotle sauce that they usually put on the US, they still kind of had that over here, and it still kind of had a heat level. So it was good. But just wanted to show you kind of the view during the daytime from Motel 1, which is funny it's called a motel because it's not a motel. It's definitely a hotel, because there is a difference between the two. And this is not a motel, but it's called a motel. I don't know. It's weird. But it's a nice hotel. And I'm just going to show you the view. And then you can see like the hills in the background here. See what I mean? So there's some hills back there. And it's not even that clear of a day, but you can still see pretty far out. So not bad of a view. And this is from the 12th floor. So I have the top floor here. But yeah, nice little cityscape, which I'm excited to have because this is my home for 3 days here in Glasgow. Also, the street's really quiet, like during the day and at night. Like I didn't hear anything, like maybe a siren once, but overall it's pretty quiet. So it's nice. But yeah, today I'm just gonna read my book some, just kind of take it easy, not go out too far. And then tomorrow is when I'll do all of the sightseeing and actually like go around the city. So today I'm just taking it easy.
So the next day, I ended up actually meeting up with someone that goes to the University of Glasgow. They're studying master's program out there. So I went over to the University of Glasgow, took the subway to it, and met up with them to kind of get a tour around the campus and see what it's like. I thought it was really beautiful campus. It kind of gives me a little bit of Hogwarts vibes in a way. I know that's a little cliche to say or kind of lame to say, but it kind of does. There is a little museum inside of the campus, which we got to walk around, look at different exhibits and different artifacts that this museum has. It was kind of like a collection of, you know, different biological collections, but there also was like some Egyptian stuff, some fossils as you can see here, and birds, a little mouse, everything. So yeah, it's just a mix of everything, but it was kind of cool to walk around and it was free. And then we went over to the Kelvin Grove Museum, which is a large museum. It has a beautiful organ there that they were actually playing while we were walking around the exhibits. But this is like a history museum and also an art museum, but we kind of stayed to like the history slash biological museum. So yeah, you got to see some stuff. Oh, there's a little elusive haggis. Yeah, the haggis is a real live animal. Yeah, it's just a funny thing in this museum. But it was really cool too. They also had a big Egyptian exhibit and also some local history too. So that's what this is from. But yeah, it was a really pretty cool museum, also free to go to as well. After that, we got lunch. He took me to this like Brooklyn style place where you can get like American style food. So I got chicken and waffles. And then we went over to the gardens. It's a really nice little place to walk around, kind of see everything, beautiful plants. It was kind of funny because some of these plants are like local to Florida, and so I see them all the time. But here they're pretty exotic, so it was kind of funny to kind of walk around and see like, oh yeah, this is Florida, because it was really humid in there too. So it kind of felt like home. It was kind of funny to feel like you're at home when you're in Scotland. Later, we went and got dinner at an Italian place, and I got a ragu, and it was quite delicious. Now, this is actually the next day. This day we kind of spent around walking around. It was me, him, and his brother. We went and got haggis because I never had it before. It was actually pretty good. I liked it. And then we saw some cool graffiti around Glasgow. And then later that night, they took me to an arcade bar. So we actually have one of these kind of in Orlando. It's kind of similar to that if you've ever been, like Player One. But they have a bunch of arcade games. I actually preferred the arcade games that were at this one than the one that's in Orlando too. I even got the highest score on Bubble Bobble. So yeah, my name was listed in Glasgow. It was so cool. This was actually my last day, so I went back to the train station to catch my train, the Caledonian Sleeper. Yep, taking it back down to London.
Hello again, Caledonian Sleeper. Back on board the Caledonian Sleeper. This time I'm in a classic room. So before I was like in a VIP nice one, but this one it's still like the same room. I just don't have an ensuite, which kind of sucks. But I didn't get an upgrade this time. They do upgrades through Seat Frog, I think it's called, and I won last time. This time they didn't have any openings, so couldn't even win. Even though I was the only person that was bidding, but they were like, yeah, none of them are open. But same kind of setup. Let me show you. Still got the bunk beds here and storage underneath here, and same kind of card except the breakfast is not included. And then here's the prices for this classic room. So I mean, not terrible. I probably won't end up buying breakfast on board though, because I don't really need it. I don't really eat breakfast. So, but you do get tea included. So there is that. And this is a connecting room, so you could connect to the person next to you if you wanted to. So if you're like traveling with 4 people, you could do. And still have the big, nice full-length mirror. Same controls as the other room. And they still include the water. And instead of like a shower kit like it had in the last one, it just has that little sleeper kit. So not bad. Same setup with the basin, same mirror, and same kind of window. So yeah, this is the classic room on the Caledonian Sleeper. Let's see if I get any better sleep this time. Not really counting on it. I forgot I'm a light sleeper, so we will see. So before I go to bed, I'm gonna have a little bit of a snack here. I went shopping in Glasgow today and I got some shortbread, the Shortbread House of Edinburgh. Handmade original shortbread, traditional recipe. So we'll see if that's good, because my mom has a good Scottish recipe for shortbread that's been passed down to my family for a long time. So we'll see if this is comparable. Doubt it. Mom's is always better, right? But I spent £3.95 on this. And then I got Iron Brew in 1901, which is the original recipe, I think. Essentially, it doesn't have aspartame in it, which I am allergic to slightly. It just gives me migraines. So a lot of those drinks in the UK, I can't really have that much of, or else it'll give me a migraine. But this one doesn't have it, so I can be fine with it. But I only found it in one shop, so I don't know. It must be kind of hard to find, I think. But I did find it, and so I'm excited to try the original Iron Brew because I hate the taste of aspartame too. So yeah, but I'm gonna take a sip and see how it is. It's not gonna be that cold. Well, I mean, I was outside, so maybe it will be a bit cold, but whoop, it's gonna spray up a little bit. There we go. But let's see. Oh yeah, that's much better than the other one I had, which is the one that they normally sell. Yeah, definitely. If you can find this one, get it. Okay, let's see if these are any good. Shortbread cookies. They're all right. My mom's is definitely better though.
And that was it for my trip to Scotland. I had a blast in Glasgow and on the tour up to Skye. Had some amazing food. Even tried some Taco Bell. Yeah, these are their nacho fries, which are actually better, I think, than ours, by the way. But I had a blast and I cannot wait to go back to Scotland. So catch me on my next video where I'll be on my last few days in London. See you then.